Things are happening in Tekken right now, which are just formidable. We all know the story of Arslan Ash, double champion at EVO, took it in Japan, took it in Las Vegas. But then, this past weekend, out of nowhere, another name comes out of Pakistan, defeats Knee, resets the bracket in the grand finals of that tournament, beats him, vanquishes one of the best Tekken players out there. His name is Awais Honey. What do you make of this victory?
I mean, so the funny thing about Pakistan, right, is like nobody knew just how good Pakistan was as a region. Arslan Ash shows up at EVO and he wins, and everybody's like, okay, this Arslan Ash guy's pretty good. It's, it's a big win. That's pretty wild. And then he's like, you guys haven't seen all the people I play with back home. He's like, you think I just came here and I'm this good? There's so many incredible players in Pakistan as a region. So people haven't really gotten to see that too much. There's been some footage that's kind of come out of them playing together and stuff. But this is the first time where Pakistan showed up with 3 other people to this tournament, all 3 of them in top 8, and one of them defeating Knee in the finals. So it's not even just like Arslan Ash is a really excellent player, and the people he plays with are really good. It's like they are world class. Not only are they world class, but they're good enough to be the best Tekken players on the planet. And Pakistan as a region is just so fascinating because there's really like not an online scene there, which is such a weird thing to say in 2019, right? Like all of them just gather up, they play each other. There's hardly any footage. There's hardly any like documented like, oh yeah, watch this like tournament they're in and stuff. There's very rare footage that comes out of Pakistan, and when their players do travel, like as we've seen, it's not just Arslan Ash, it's now like multiple players having success at an international level. So it's one of the most surprising but really fascinating storylines that I can think of this year for fighting games for sure.
Here's a tweet actually from Knee. He said yesterday Awais Honey showed a video call with the Pakistan Game Center. It was late, but more than 20 to 30 more people were playing Tekken. It's why they're strong. Everyone said, hello, I'm a huge fan to me. I was impressed. Let's meet up someday. So you can tell even Knee is impressed with this scene. Why Tekken in particular, do you think, though, in Pakistan? What made this perfect storm of them having such great players?
Yeah, what's interesting is like I don't think anybody knows for sure. It's just a lot of theories about what makes their region so strong. Tekken is a game that's very interesting because it's a legacy game. So, if you played Tekken 3, 4, 5, 6, right, any of the other Tekken games, the tag games, when you jump into Tekken 7, you already have like an automatic advantage where the game is very similar to those games. So it doesn't matter what region in the world you're in. Like if you played Tekken a long time, you're good at Tekken 7. That's just kind of how it works. And Pakistan in particular, like, has a style that seems to just mesh well, and just they're super, super great players. And the thing is, you mentioned Knee talking about going out there. Like, he's been out there, he's played a lot of the really great players, and I think, like, for that reason, later on in the year, there's an event happening in the Middle East because of that. Like, it has kind of spurred people to be kind of aware of what's happening out there. They're like, oh wow, this Pakistan region is so incredibly strong. Like, we just need to play them to see what they're made of, right? I mean, like I mentioned, it's very unusual in this era to have players that don't travel and that don't have tons of footage available of them online. So Pakistan is just this big exception, right? Where everywhere else in the world, you look at Korea, you look at Japan, you can watch live streams of them playing every day. You can watch YouTube footage of them playing every day. You can, see them everywhere all over the world all the time. And Pakistan is just this fascinating, like, region where people are like, what are they doing out there? What has been happening in these last 10 years in Tekken? And it's even got people saying stuff like, has Pakistan been the best region in Tekken forever? And nobody knew, right? Like, is that a possibility? And, like, the thing is that people, how can you say yes or no for sure, right? We just don't know.